up to the sky, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Zay, collectively known as SoCal Uncensored or
SCU! This is Catch, Hook, and Shoot, the worst podcast I've ever been on. Word.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Catch, Hook, and Shoot, the best podcast you never heard of. My name's Tom. I am your host. Today is Friday, April 21st, 2023. I want to thank everybody for watching, listening, and subscribing on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Make sure you check out our Linktree, which is linktree/catchhookshoot, or you can scan this little QR code right here in the corner of your screen if you're watching on YouTube. And you'll find links to our website, social medias, the YouTube channel, all the podcasting platforms, and all that kind of good stuff. And if you ever want to shoot us an email, it's catchhookshoot@gmail.com. Got kind of an abbreviated episode this week. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, obviously there's some stuff, but yeah, so let's dive right in, starting things off like we always do with the lead story. So the rumor mills have been going crazy the last week or so, actually longer than that, but it's really started ramping up in this last week about CM Punk returning to AEW. And of course, this is a story mostly coming from Dave Meltzer, but yeah, supposedly Punk has been in contact with Tony Khan, saying, you know, he's willing to work with pretty much anybody. I still contend, you know, there is a huge story there to be told between Punk and FTR and the Elite guys, and I mean, you know, with All In London coming up, as big of a show as they want that to be, it's a perfect time for Punk to come back. So yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out, but that's the rumors going around. CM Punk is on his way back to AEW. You won't hear me complain. I'm a Punk fan. I know he is obviously not the easiest person in the world to work with, but the guy is a draw. The guy is great in the ring. He's great on the microphone. He puts fans in the seats, and, you know, love him or hate him, people either want to come to see him wrestle or they want to come to see him get his ass kicked. So, you know, it's a win-win. I mean, the guy's a moneymaker. It's as simple as that. And this is a business. Tony Khan is in it to make money, despite what so many people say about him being, you know, a so-called money mark. You know, Tony Khan is not a stupid businessman, so if they can work out an arrangement where Punk comes back, they're going to do it. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to have to see how this one plays out, but I'm here for it, so hopefully we'll see Punk coming back sometime soon. So let's keep moving right along, getting into our next segment, which is my pick for Match of the Week. So this week's Match of the Week comes from AEW Dynamite, and it was part of the what they're calling the Four Pillars tournament. It's more of a mini tournament, but it's a three-way tournament between Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin. And Darby Allin received a bye in the first round, so the first match was Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Sammy Guevara, and that is the match of the week. I mean, these two put on a fantastic match, which I don't think there's any doubt that they would. And, you know, the story that's been building with the four pillars of AEW, in my opinion, has been great. And the winner of this tournament gets or becomes the number one contender for the AEW World Title, and they get that title match at Double or Nothing. So, yeah, I'm really invested in this one personally, and we saw a backstage spot during Dynamite where basically MJF gave Sammy Guevara a blank check and, you know, told him, guarantees him the title shot at Double or Nothing, and as long as he lays down. So basically, you know, MJF trying to work it to where he gets the opponent he wants and retains the title. And, you know, Guevara accepted the check, and MJF came out, interfered in the match. Guevara got the victory, so he moves on to face Darby Allin next week. So we'll have to see, is it going to be much of the same? I would think so. And But I don't know. I got a feeling Darby's going to pull this one out, and it's going to be Darby and MJF at Double or Nothing. But then again, they could push that off until All in London, because there's going to be a world title match there. So have to wait and see how this one all plays out. But as it stands right now, Sammy Guevara advances in the Pillars tournament for the number one contendership for the AEW World Title. So off the back of that, that's going to roll us right into our next segment, which is my top 3 highlights of the week, and that's called the 3 Count. So first up on the 3 Count is exactly what I was just talking about, the 4 Pillars, or the Pillars tournament for the number one contendership for the AEW World Championship. And like I was saying, that's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin. Jungle Boy and Sammy had their match this week. Sammy Guevara was victorious, so he moves on to face Darby Allin. But the promos we've been getting during this whole 4 Pillars storyline have been, in my opinion, just outstanding. I mean, everybody knows MJF is great on the microphone. He's one of, I still say he is the second best in wrestling on the microphone, the first being Paul Heyman. But, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, and Darby Allin have really stepped up and shown how good they are on the microphone. I mean, I think everybody knew how good they were in the ring. Now they're, with these promos they've been having every week with these 4 guys, you're seeing how good they really are on the microphone as well. So this is actually my favorite storyline going on in wrestling right now. And like I said, I'm hoping by the time it's all said and done, I want to see Darby Allin with the AEW World Title. That's how I hope it ends. That's what I hope the payoff is to this whole thing. Might be kind of cool to have all 4 of them hold it at some point or another, like over maybe the next year or so. But for my money, I'm hoping the end game is Darby Allin with the world title. Next up on the 3 Count, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar had not necessarily a face-to-face on Raw, but Cody came out, cutting a promo on Brock, challenging Brock to come out to the ring right there, and then Adam Pearce came out, intervened, says Cody's not medically cleared, asking Cody to leave the ring. Cody basically refused to leave the ring. They had all kinds of security come out. Then Brock came out and just was taunting Cody. And it was just it was a cool segment. Great way to build towards their match. So and then third up on the 3 Count, we got a promo from Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus going full on heel, which we haven't seen from her in a long time. But came out talking about how she was the one that built the women's division, and Becky Lynch basically never thanked her, and that was kind of the motivation. She said she's nobody's sidekick, confessing that she was the one that attacked Lita last week so that she could take her place in that title match, and basically cost Becky and Lita the women's tag team championships. So I'm guessing this is leading up to Trish versus Becky. Probably, I don't know if it'll happen at Backlash. That's kind of soon. Maybe for the Night of Champions, the next Saudi Arabia show. But I'm definitely thinking we're going to see a Trish and Becky match, maybe a series of matches coming up over the next month or so. So let's move into news and rumors and results and all that kind of fun stuff for the week. We have 2 new Impact World Champions, and they are husband and wife, ironically enough, Deonna Purrazzo and Steve Macklin. Steve Macklin is your new Impact World Champion. Deonna Purrazzo, the new Knockouts Champion, with her victory over Jordynne Grace. And during the Men's World Championship, where Macklin was victorious, saw the return of Nick Aldis to Impact Wrestling, and he says he is there for that Impact World title. So looks like the former Magnus has returned to Impact and looking to get that world title back one more time. We find out Bad Bunny is going to be on Raw next week, which is going to be right here in Chicago. I won't be there, but it's going to be here in Chicago. Bad Bunny will be there. I'm sure there'll be more build towards Backlash. Bad Bunny is the host. I still say there's going to be a tag team match between Bad Bunny and Rey Mysterio taking on Damian Priest and Dominic. Just my thoughts going into that. There's also a rumor floating around out there through some of the dirt sheets that the Brock and Cody match, which has been confirmed for Backlash, is going to be a number 1 contenders match. So the winner of that is going to get the next title shot. Again, probably at the Saudi show, because they're not going to do one of those without the champion Roman Reigns. Also found out confirmed for Backlash is a 6-man tag team match: the Usos and Solo Sikoa taking on Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. Should be a pretty damn good match with those 6 guys. And again, this is all probably building towards the collapse of the bloodline. And I think that collapse is finally going to happen once Roman loses those championships. So I think that's the road that we're on at this point. I think it's just a matter of time before Roman drops one or both of the championships. And with the draft coming up next week, I think they may split the titles. I think they may, have Roman defend just one title at some point for one reason or another. But again, it's one of those wait and see kind of things. And then actually on Raw, we saw the team of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle in action against the Judgment Day. The Usos and Solo Sikoa, of course, did get involved, and then we saw the LWO, which is Rey Mysterio and Legado del Fantasma, come out and make the save. And that was how we ended Raw. Like I said, not a whole lot of big stuff going on, because that's pretty much it for Raw. And then moving on to AEW Dynamite, Wardlow. My guy Wardlow has secured the services of Arn Anderson, or at least he did for one night, in his match against Powerhouse Hobbs for his TNT Championship, and he was successful in getting that title back. So he's now a 3-time TNT champion. So congrats to Wardlow. Hopefully this title reign lasts more than 3 days like his last one did, which I'm sure it will. I think I'm hoping this is going to be a long-term thing. I still want to see Wardlow in that world title picture at some point. But right at the end of this match, we saw Christian and Luchasaurus come out. They didn't say anything, but obviously, throwing out a challenge to Wardlow for that TNT Championship. I would assume Luchasaurus will be the one making that challenge for Wardlow. We saw the in-ring debut of Jay White against Commander in a phenomenal match. I had this one marked as match of the week until that Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara match. So yeah, if you haven't seen that one, definitely go check it out. Jay White, hugely underrated, I think. I mean, he is a New Japan Grand Slam champion, and he's amazing in the ring. I just think a lot of people aren't familiar with him. Is the thing. So, check this match out with Jay White and Commander. I mean, if you can't find something in this match that you like, then you're the problem. Then at the end of that match, Jay White was victorious, and he and Juice Robinson attacked Shawn Spears, who was sitting ringside. Apparently there's some kind of issue with Spears and Jay White, and Ricky Starks came out and made the save, so it looks like Starks and Spears are kind of possibly joining forces against the Bullet Club contingent of Jay White and Juice Robinson. Mark Briscoe was attacked backstage, and looks like his attackers are going to be... There's going to be an 8-man tag team match, and the guys fighting on the side of Mark Briscoe is going to be FTR, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett. I don't think that's going to work, but we'll have to see. Then we saw a face-to-face in the ring with Chris Jericho and Adam Cole. And, of course, it broke down into physicality, and we saw Daniel Garcia come out and attack Adam Cole. And Britt Baker actually came out and intervened and, was getting in Jericho's face, slapping him across the face. And, then we saw the Outcasts appear from, I think they came from under the ring, and just put a nasty beat down on Britt Baker while Adam Cole had been handcuffed to the bottom rope by Jericho and Daniel Garcia. So there's definitely a match coming between Jericho and Adam Cole, and that's another one I can't wait to see. That match is going to be ridiculous. So cannot wait to see that one. So that's gonna actually pretty much wrap things up for news and rumors and all that stuff for the week. So right now I am gonna throw it over to Charlie G, and he is here with your Indie Cut.
I don't know if you like podcasts or if you don't like podcasts, but damn it, the Indie Cut with Charlie G. If you don't like podcasts, you're about to like podcasts, go watch the Indie Cut with Charlie G, damn it. It's the finest podcast amongst all podcasts.
Thank you, Tom, and the Hall of Fame Briscoe Brothers. And hey, the wrestling friends, I'm Charlie D with this week's Indie Cut. Let's begin with second wrestling from Mania weekend on the April 2nd, and their Mitzvah Mania. There was a pre-show scramble match with Alan Angels, Brittany Brooks, Brogan Finley, Darius Luttrell, Ezzo Orlandi, and Kid Bandit, and it went to a draw. Good way to start the show, right? Jack Cartwheel defeated Royce Isaacs. Chelsea Durden defeated Milo. In a 10-man tag, we had Ari Sampson, Baines, Brian Zane, Dave Dutra, and Levi Shapiro defeating Bodie Young Prodigy, Gal Barquet, Simon Miller, and Zeb St. Juan. All right. Chris Adonis defeated Ariel Levy for the second wrestling title match with special referee Lisa Marie Verone. Champion Billy Starks defeated Brooke Havoc, and Colt Cabana defeated QT Marshall. So it sounded like a fun show. Hopefully it's out on YouTube somewhere coming up. And then next week, next Thursday, April 27th, they're having a show back here in the Chicagoland area. So look them up if you like to go see it. On to Thursday, April 13th, in Outlaw Wrestling from New York City. This was on Twitch TV, so it was out there somewhere. Tina San Antonio defeated Little Mean Kathleen. For the Outlaw Wrestling title, champion Alpha Jr. defeated Homicide. And in a no-rules match, Raman Carmelu defeated Matt Cardona. So Matt Cardona actually wrestled on Twitch somewhere. Alright. Enjoy Wrestling. Rites of Spring from Millvale, Pennsylvania. This was taped and on YouTube, so another free show if you'd like to see. In a pre-show match, it was Raylan, Calvin Couture, and Tyler Klein defeating Brooke Valentine, Erica Lee, and The Boar. For the Enjoy Tag Team titles, champions Derek Dillinger and Ziggy Ham defeated Lance Lude and Killjoy. For the Fest Wrestling title, champion Savannah Evans defeated Danny Moe. In a six-way match, Darius Carr defeated Eel O'Neill, Facade, Killian McMurphy, Mikey Montgomery, and PB Smooth. For the Princess Tag titles, yes, the Tokyo Tag titles were on the line, and champions Heidi Howitzer and Max Impaler defeated Jordan Blade and Trish Adora. And for the Enjoy title, Edith Surreal defeated champion Envy Young to become new champion. On to Friday, April 14th, House of Glory Final Hour from New York City. For their Cruiserweight title, champion Mighty Monty defeated Ichiban. Kiki Van Gogh defeated Becca. For the tag titles, the Bookers, BXL, and the Amazing Red, with Ultraviolet in the corner, who are champions, defeated the Jabronis. That's all I can see. Jabroni 1, Jabroni 2. So, then tag team Jay Lyon and Midas Black defeated Trey Miguel and Zachy Wentz. That'd be a real good match. For the House of Glory Crown Jewel title, champion Charles Mason defeated Leo Rush. In a street fight, Ken Broadway defeated Evander James. And for the House of Glory Heavyweight title, champion Jacob Fatu defeated Willie Mack. That had to be really good as well. To Chicago and Freelance Wrestling, Storm Grayson and the Legend of the Mexican Dragon. God, I love that title, right? This is on IWTV. In a six-way scramble, Shaz McKenzie defeated Brandon Gore, El Toro, Mojo McQueen, Shane Black, and Trevor Outlaw. Haha, Trevor lost. Ha ha. Devin Monroe defeated Coder Hernandez. GPA and Laney Luck defeated Allie Ketch and Effie. Yeah, some dirty deeds. Dirty going on right there. For the Freelance Legacy title, champion Brian Keith defeated Kevin Koo in a fine match there. For the Freelance World Tag Titles in a three-way match, excuse me, champions August Matthews and Davey Bang defeated Karam, and Rohit Raju, as well as Seco Play and Mito Extremo. Shane Mercer destroyed Sword Incredible Iverson. And in the main event for the Freelance World title, champion Storm Grayson defeated Nick Wayne in a really nice match between those two. And congrats to Storm. He was on Raw this past Monday as a security guard once again. Watch out with those dives. Don't let you get injured, man. Still in Illinois, in Berwyn, Illinois, for AAW Wrestling, Ring of Fire. Gringo Loco defeated Dante Leon. Conan Lycan, Joel Alonso, and Solomon Tupu defeated Heather Reckless, Isaiah Moore, and Sheldon Jean. Fred Yehai defeated Brett Jones. Nels Garvin defeated Silas Young. So Silas lasted longer in this match than he did on Rampage. For the AAW Heavyweight title, champion Jake Something defeated Shane Hollister. In a Fans Bring the Weapons match, Levi Everett defeated Hardenbauer. Funny note on this, I saw they had provisions on what not to bring, and one of them was raw meat. Interesting. I wonder what's so wrong with rare meat in a weapons match. Just saying. For the AAW tag titles, Russ Jones and Shaft defeated champions Calvin Tankman and Ja C to become new champions. I'm sure Ja was probably a security guard as well. He made it a Mania. Congrats to him on that one, too. Mance Warner took on Robert Anthony to a no contest. And for the AAW Women's title, champion Maso Slamovich defeated Sierra. Down to Southern Illinois and Alton, Illinois for St. Louis Anarchy, as seen on Anarchy on IWTV. Camaro Jackson and Warhorse defeated Casey Carrington and Moonshine Montel. In a destination title match, Davey Vega defeated champion Christian Rose to become the champion. Austin Connolly defeated the one called Manders. Gary J defeated Anakin Murphy by referee's decision. Billy Starks defeated Aaron Williams. And for the Gateway Heritage title, champion Derek Neal defeated Dingo. Not sure who that is. On to Saturday, April 15th, Tokiyoshi Pro, standalone show from Japan, of course. I got to hear the English commentary, so this is cool. It was Chris Brooks and Drew Parker. Nice change of pace. I enjoy these guys in commentary. They have fun with it, so it reminds me of me and Tom doing a show. So check that out if you can in the English commentary. So they have Moko Miyamoto defeating Kaya Toribami. 6-woman match. Haru Kashishiro, Haru Oneko, and Yuki Aino defeated Arushu Endo, Suzumi, and Runa Okubo. Maki Ito, Toga Wakana Yuhara, and Yuki Kamafuku defeated Hikari Noa, Miyu Watanabe, Raku, and Shino Suzuki. In a tag match with a ladies referee, so they had Shiro Oki was referee. She played along very well with this. It's a stretch, but it was Hyper Masao and Shoko Nakajima defeating Himarari and Yuki Arai. So yeah, they all a little. Masao and Hima are a little goofy actors on this one, so the referee played along very well. Then we had Maxton Paler team with Pam Harajuku. Interesting tag match, and Pam's scared of Max, and I don't blame her. But they defeated Mahiro Kiru and Yuki Sakazaki. For the International Princess title, champion Rika Tatsumi defeated Vert Vixen. A fine match between those two. And for the Princess title, champion Mizuki defeated Nao Kakuta. Really good match between those two. To Stardom Cinderella Tournament Day 4, final day. Have not seen this yet, so as I read it, I'll find out the results. Semifinal matches. It was Mai Sakurai and Waka Tsukiyama. Mirai defeated Ami Sarai. Right. Then we had Jessie, Maria May, and Xena defeating Hazuki, Kaguma, and Momo Kogo. Six-woman tag. Momo Watanabe, Natsuka Toro, Rina, Ruaka, Saki Kashima, and Starlight Kid defeated Azumi, Hina, Lady C, Mio Amasaki, Sai Kamatani, and Utami Hashita. Nani, Takahashi, Yuna Mizumori, and Yu defeated Hanan, Mayu Iwatani, and Sai Ida. Shuri defeated Konami. For the tournament final match, Mirai defeated Mai Sakurai. And in a best 2 out of 3 falls, 8-woman tag, it was Julia, Hameka, Maika, and Tekla defeating Mina Shirakawa, Natsupoi, Tam Nakano, and Saki. So Julia defeated Tam Nakano. Tam Nakano then beat Julia, and then Maika defeated Natsupoi for the win. Back here in the States, and Northeast Wrestling, Spring Slam 2023 from Poughkeepsie, New York. For the new live title, champion Casey Navarro defeated Brad Hollister and Flip Gordon. Flip Gordon, yeah. Willow Nightingale defeated Megan Bain. Brad Baylor defeated Hunter Tarka. For the AEW TNT title, yes, the AEW people were in demand for this show. So we have Powerhouse Hobbs, who was still champion at the point, defeating Wrecking Ball Lugerski. Takeshita defeated JT Dunn. Matt Hardy defeated the real one Enzo. In a tag match, it was Hale Collins and Vic Delicious. I'm going with that. Defeating Dan Moff and Kerr by DQ. And then Ricky Starks defeated QT Marshall. So somehow QT Marshall main evented a show. Then we had New Japan Capital Collision show. I'll go through some of the results. We had for a World TV title, champion Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Tom Lawler. For their strong openweight title, champion Kenta defeated Eddie Edwards. And for their openweight tag titles, Aussie Open of Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis defeated Takahashi and Okada, as well as the champions Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin to become new tag champions. To GCW, I Can't Feel My Face from Saget, Illinois. Now this show, there were some tornado warnings during this show, so hopefully Al was well and everyone made it to their next venue safely in that. Blake Christian defeated Dan the Dad. Calvin Tankman defeated Shea Mercer. Tony Deppen defeated Shaz McKenzie. Single Hero Erie defeated Brian Keith. Alley Catch, Dark Sheik, and Effie defeated Jimmy Lloyd, the One Called Manners, and Mance Warner in a bloody battle, of course. August Matthews and Davey Bang defeated Jake Lander and Kevin Lee Davidson. For the GCW World title, in a hardcore match, champion Master Sandwich defeated Cole Radrick. In a 2 out of 3 handicap Lucha Rules match, Myron Reed, Jordan Oliver, and Nick Wayne defeated Gringo Loco and Commander. Not sure why it was a handicap match, but it's still a fun match. And then John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley defeated Sikope and Mito Extremo. Back to the East Coast and Capital Championship Wrestling from Houston, Delaware. Who knew? Their Dead Zone show for the Battle of the Throne tournament. That's later on. They had a CCW title and CCW Network title 4-way match. So Mia Yamashita defeated champion Kylan King, Killer Kelly, and Steph DeLander to become champion. And then quickly thereafter, Christina Marie defeated Mia Yamashita to become new champion. And then the finals of that Battle of the Throne tournament and the CCW Global Fighting title. Champion Billy Starks retained, defeating Becca and Ray Lynn. On to Sunday, April 16th. Deadlock Pro Wrestling. from Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. And on commentary was Rich Botkini, our friend. So yeah, check that out if you can. Janai Kai defeated Becca in a Golden Opportunity qualifier match. Jay Malachi defeated Alec Price and Jackson Drake. For their national title, champion Andrew Everett defeated BK Westbrook. Mia Yamashita defeated Nicole Matthews. And for their world tag team titles, in a street fight, champions Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo defeated Marcus Mathers and Matt Tremont. To GCW, Red Means Green 2023 from Evansville, Indiana. So I guess they did get to it where they go safely. This was on Fight TV. Exton Ray and Green Loco defeated August Matthews and Davey Bang. Brian Keith defeated Calvin Tankman. Allie Ketch and Effie defeated Doug Gilbert and Tommy Rich. That's some history right there. Blake Christian defeated Myron Reed. Cyclope and Mito Extremo defeated Jimmy Lloyd and Shea Mercer. Dark Sheik, the One Call Manners and Mance Warner defeated Billy Starks, Billy Rock, and Cole Radrick in a hardcore match. So not as bloody as you thought, especially with, Billy's been known to go down, so still a good match. Single Hero Erie defeated Tony Deppen. And for the GCW Tag Team titles, champions Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne defeated John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley. There was a New Japan Collision in Philadelphia show. For the AEW International title, champion Orange Cassidy defeated Gabriel Kidd. The IWGP United States Heavyweight Tournament started, and Lance Archer destroyed Fred Rosser. And for the Openweight Tag Team titles again, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis retained against Leo Rush and Tomohiro Ishii. Then there was also the Impact Rebellion show. And then down to Mexico and Triple Mania 31 Monterrey. This is the start of their three shows of Triple Mania. So in a 10-way cage match, they have to start the show. So Abismo Negro Jr., Aerostar, Anifaz Del Norte, La Parca Negra, La Guerrero Kid, Octagon Jr., Toros, and Piano III Jr. All saved their mask and hair. Argenis and Mrs. C's Jr. were the last two remaining, so they fought later on. Vampiro, with Mr. Iguana in his corner, defeated Chessman with La Hydra in his corner. Sorry. Then they had a Copa Triple Mania match. So Baby Extreme, El Hijo del Park, El Zorro, Flammer, and Toscano defeated Ariz, Dave the Clown, Latigo, Negro Casas, and Nino Hamburguesa. Then on to their tag team elimination. You win, you're safe. You lose, you keep going on. So, with a towel and Pentagon Jr. defeated Psycho Clown and Sam Adonis. So that means Psycho Clown and Sam Adonis keep going. Where Psycho Clown can lose his mask and Sam could lose his hair. Depends how the next one goes. Then it was the mask versus mask match, and Mrs. C's Jr. Defeated Argenis. This was interesting, and Mrs. C's didn't wait for Argenis to take off his mask. He just ripped it off and beat him down with the mask in his hand. So very violent between these two. A lot of story behind it, and I'm not the person to get into it. On to one of their other tag team semifinal matches. Blue Demon Jr. and Diamante Azul defeated LA Park and Roosh. This could lead to Roosh and the LA Park match that everyone's been waiting for. We'll see what happens, right? And then in the main event, it was for the AAA Mega Title 4-way match. Champion Vikingo defeated Commander, Rick Swan, and Swerve Strickland. Yes, it was awesome. So check that out when you can. So that's it for me. Till next week. Hope you enjoyed the cut. Thank you for watching or listening. Take care, keep safe, be kind to everyone, and enjoy your wrestling. Back to you, Tom.
All right, thank you once again, Charlie. So now we're going to get into my my top performers for the week, and that is the weekly top 5. All right, so this week's top 5 is actually top 4. But yeah, first and foremost is Wardlow getting back the TNT Championship and just kind of kicking it into a higher gear with Arn Anderson in the corner and just basically overpowering Powerhouse Hobbs and getting that TNT Championship back. Second up is Cody Rhodes. I loved the promo that he did on Brock Lesnar, the aggression that he showed fighting through all the security guys. I mean, I think it made Cody look just absolutely amazing, taking 20 guys to hold him back from Brock, and Brock's just standing there and walked away, not even attempting to get anywhere near Cody. So I think that was a really, really good segment. Number 3, Trish Stratus. Like I said, we have not seen heel Trish in quite a while, and it was really cool to see her in that role again. I've been watching a lot of the old episodes of Raw lately, and I'm up to the point where Trish has just recently started with the company, and seeing her go back to that original kind of heel, arrogant type of gimmick like when she first started is really, really pretty cool that she can pull that off. I think Trish is one of those who can do heel and babyface equally well. We just haven't seen heel Trish in a while. And number 4 is Sammy Guevara winning the first match of the Pillars tournament and moving on to face Darby Allin. The winner of that match gets MJF at Double or Nothing for the world title. So I'm still picking Darby Allin. There's some kind of shenanigans going on with Guevara and MJF. Actually, I think there's a good chance Guevara is playing MJF. just my opinion. I didn't say that earlier, but I think Sammy is probably playing MJF just to kind of take advantage of the extra help. Let MJF think he's going to lay down for him, and then not. So that is, those are my rankings for this week. So now I'm going to get into the last segment of the show where I talk about kind of an unpopular opinion most of the time, and that's the weekly hot take. All right, so my hot take for this week, and I think this really is kind of a hot take at this point because I see a lot of people out there with a different view on it. But I was talking about this earlier. Punk coming back is good for AEW. There's a lot of people out there that say, he's so toxic to the locker room and all this kind of stuff. And like I said, he probably is difficult to work with. Some people are just like that. Some people are just hard-headed. They have their own ways, have their own opinions, and nobody can tell them otherwise. And they're just hold their opinions, their beliefs that strongly that they will basically be an asshole about it. But like I said, Punk is a moneymaker. Punk puts asses in the seats, and that's what the business is all about. And let's face it, there's a lot worse people out there than CM Punk. Punk may be arrogant, like I said, may be hard to work with, has his own opinions, his own ideas, and is set in his ways. But when it comes down to it, like I said, there's a lot worse people out there than CM Punk. So I don't see anything wrong with bringing him back in and using that to potentially sell out an 80,000 seat arena that they're trying to do in London. So whether people like it or not, Punk's more than likely going to be coming back, and people are going to pay to watch him. They're going to buy tickets. They're going to watch him on TV, either because they love him or because they hate him and they want to talk trash about him. Either way, people are going to watch. And that's the bottom line. That's the whole point of pro wrestling, is to generate an audience, to get people to buy tickets, to get people to tune into the TV shows. And Punk does that, whether it's for love or for hate. Punk does that. So I personally can't wait to see him come back. I hope they go with the story of Punk and the Elite. Everybody knows about the backstage brawl. Use it. Don't downplay it. Don't just gloss over it. Use it. Put Punk in there immediately with, Omega, and I still say have Punk be the guy pulling the strings for the Blackpool Combat Club. That's why they're going after the Elite all the time. I think that would be the perfect way to slide Punk right back into a story, an existing storyline. Make him the puppet master for the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, he would fit right in with that group with Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli and Moxley and Yuta. I mean, he fits right into that group. So that's my opinion. That's my hot take for the week. Bring Punk back, make him the mastermind behind Blackpool Combat Club, and put them in there with the Elite and sell 100,000 freaking tickets for Wembley Stadium. So that is going to wrap things up for this week. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching, listening, and subscribing on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Make sure to check out the Linktree, which is linktree/catchhookshoot, or scan the QR code over here in the corner, and somebody driving outside my window honking their horn. And you'll find links to our website and all our socials and all that kind of fun stuff. If you want to shoot us an email, it's catchhookshoot@gmail.com. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy all the great wrestling coming up next week, and we will talk to you guys soon.